like, what are you buying when you buy an NFT? I think what you're buying is you're buying a ledger entry, right? You're buying a line on the blockchain, to put it a bit simplistic. You're buying a ledger entry that refers to a digital object, or at least that refers to the metadata associated with a digital object. Some people would say that you're buying the bragging rights, right? You're buying the right to say that something is yours. Although I'll get back to that question of whether you can really say that the artwork is yours, but you're at least you're buying the right to say that you own the token associated with a certain artwork. You could also say that you're buying a sense of patronage, right? Or you're getting this feeling that you're supporting an artist. And finally, I think what is important is when you have the token, you also have the ability to resell the token, right? So when you're buying a token, you're buying the ability to resell. And that may be important. What you're mostly typically not getting is any other rights related to the artwork, right? So you're not getting the copyright. I think what you're also not getting is a more authentic copy than what other people are getting, or what other people can download from the net, right? So sometimes it's said that NFTs allow for collectors to ensure the authenticity of a work, but I'm not sure what that really means, right? Because any copy of the Beeple that I just showed is the same as another copy, right? So it's not that one is more authentic than another. So I wouldn't say that you're necessarily getting a more authentic copy. I think what is true is that through the use of hashes, we can make sure that the content is not modified, maybe, but I wouldn't say that you're getting something that is more authentic than what somebody else is getting. So I think that's the easy question. I think there's a lot of sort of more difficult, almost philosophical questions. I've listed a few here. First one, and maybe we'll get back to that in later talks as well, but can the owner of the NFT call him or herself the owner of the artwork? I would say that the NFT owner is not owning the underlying artwork in any meaningful way, right? Unless we, society, or the art market starts giving that meaning. The NFT owner is owning the token, not the artwork. You cannot sort of take away the artwork from somebody else. It's online for everyone to see and to download. I think another question which always I wonder about is like, why do we necessarily need cryptocurrency, right? So this is typically done on the Ethereum blockchain, and sort of transactions happen in Ether, but you wonder whether there should not be a way to sort of cut that link between having transactions recorded on a blockchain-like system on the one hand, and then having the transactions being payable in cryptocurrency on the other hand. There's a lot of legal questions on what stops people from issuing NFTs on somebody else's creation, and maybe we'll get back to that as well. But there's been cases where people have issued NFTs on other people's pictures or objects. I think the most one of the hardest questions in this whole market is the next one, which is who ensures that in this whole link, if I go back, who ensures that in this link between token and metadata and digital file, that these links sort of survive, right? It's very difficult for you with URLs, but even with hashes, I mean, it's not so clear that these links will continue to exist, right? And to the extent that often the digital object requires a certain platform or a certain software, who ensures that the digital life of this object continues?